Hi everybody, it's Dr. Leslie Ann Williams. I am a board certified physician trained in internal medicine and pediatrics, and I am here practicing in the I don't even know where I am. Where am I? The United States Virgin Islands, and I just wanted to welcome you. Welcome. Share the broadcast. If there's anything useful in it that someone else can use, please share it. I know I came on and did a few little mini lives earlier today. White coat is gone, and I'm getting ready to go home because I'm tired. Hi Jacqueline, thanks for joining. Shabara, thanks for joining. So I asked people to send in questions if you had any questions about coronavirus, anything you're still not. Parit, hi, my friend in Italia, welcome. Maybe you can tell us how you're doing in Italy. I would love to know. If you are okay, I don't know if I can get you on screen, but if you would like to share with us what life is like right now in Italia, please let me know. I would just bring you on. You always look good, so don't even worry about how you look. But I have been getting a lot of questions, and so many of your questions can be found, or the answers to your question can be found on cdc.gov. It's a really good website. Coronavirus.gov is a good website. Dr. Fenderson, thanks for joining. WHO.int. Hi, babies. You can also get good information on that. One thing I wanted to point out, because for the people in the Virgin Islands and other islands, I was told that people are calling 911. Please do not call 911 unless somebody has respiratory distress. There are, the usual emergency cases that you will call 911 for. That's when you call 911. You do not call 911 if you think you have COVID-19 and, don't do that. Please call the Department of Health. If you have a primary care doctor, you may want to call their office and get further instruction on what to do. But do not call 911 to ask them if you have COVID-19, or to ask them, if your symptoms are, if you have shortness of breath, chest pain, the usual emergency situations. If you think you're having a stroke, if there's an accident, there are reasons to call 911. Runny nose and a cough would not be one. Please don't do that. Also, just to remind us on integrity, if you're not sick, do not try to get a work note to say that you have COVID-19, guys. I mean, I hear some things like that happening, and that's, don't do it. I posted earlier about, I'm so tired. I posted earlier about ibuprofen and elderberry, and a lot of people have asked about vitamin C and zinc and what can we take to boost our immune system. I think right now the best thing that everyone can do is wash their hands with soap and water for 20 seconds. Okay, and I explained in one of my lives that it helps to break up. The soap has a hydrophilic head and a hydrophilic tail. It kind of looks like a sperm, but it's not. But the structure of the sperm, how it has a head and a tail. So a soap particle has the head and the tail, And when they get together, they form something called a micelle, M-I-C-E-L-L-E. And so that's what you're doing when you're creating those soap suds. Now, the virus has a lipid membrane. So it's got a hydrophobic tail and a hydrophilic head the same way. And what the soap particle does, it kind of bores a hole or acts like a crowbar and destroys the membrane of the lipid layer, the virus. I wish I had something. Let me see if I can pull something up online. The anatomy of the coronavirus. Let's see. Oh, look at all these pretty pictures. Okay, here's one that I can. Let's see this. Let me find one that shows the lipid membrane. But that's basically how why soap works to cleanse your hands, but it also, the timing is important. 20 seconds, okay? Oh, my thing is about to get weak. Okay, lipid. Okay, here we go. All right. Here, I'm going to switch and show you guys this, okay? Do you see this right here? This is the lipid envelope or the lipid membrane of the virus. Okay, that's most of the virus out there, they would have that. This is the protein projections that come out of it. But this is the lipid membrane. So if you can imagine a crowbar, and the soap kind of disrupts and once this is disrupted, then you get into the meat of the matter, which is the RNA, the ribonuclear protein, the source, the energy, the how shall I call it, the good stuff. Okay, that's how you can destroy the oh my God, my brain today. You destroy the virus once you break it open. It's an invasion. So if there's an invasion, that's never good. The virus isn't like that. Can't live. So that's what soap and the other what alcohol does when you if you cleanse with alcohol and so forth. Oh yeah, you sing happy birthday twice, okay? It depends on how fast you sing happy birthday to me, happy birthday. It depends on how fast you sing happy birthday. But alcohol denatures, so you can use the sanitizer that has 60% alcohol in it. Alcohol denatures protein, okay? When I say denature, it means it'll disrupt the structure of the protein. So alcohol denatures protein. So that's why those two things work. Really encouraging people to, oh, I touched my face. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your face. Symptoms, again, you know what they are because I've had people showing up with, why are you here in my office? Shortness of, okay, so fever, you can have it, you don't have to have it. Shortness of breath, cough, and it's usually a dry cough. There have been reported cases of GI symptoms, so would include loose stool, diarrhea. What else? Did I get it all? Cough, fever, shortness of breath. Oh my God. I need to go home. I'm tired. But those are the usual symptoms. It's going to be flu-like symptoms, okay? Sometimes that shortness of breath or difficulty breathing will occur. What about the survival? Why weren't we hearing about them or getting some testimonies from people? actually had the virus and survived it. Actually, there have been some people who have been talking on who have survived the virus. I imagine they're still convalescent. I don't think people are like clamming to get on media and say, hey, I survived corona, because they literally in some cases just face death. And I think that's the last thing that you're actually wanting to do, is to get online or get to a news outlet and tell your story. But there are people out there who survived it. I would say that most people have had such mild symptoms, and because they haven't been tested, because we don't have tests that are so readily available, we couldn't say, well, I survived it. You may have had a scratchy throat. Oh, the other thing, sore throat, okay? You may have had a sore throat and a cough. You got over it in a matter of a week or so. You didn't think anything of it. You weren't tested for coronavirus. But you survived coronavirus. You see what I'm saying? So, but very good point. Point well taken. I go to the John Hopkins site, and I'm going to update, because the numbers are literally changing minute by minute. And I'll tell you worldwide how many people have survived infection, those that were confirmed to be positive. Now, there are many, many other people out there who are probably positive, but we have not tested, okay? 83,311 and 13 people as of now 6:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time have recovered. That's awesome. 83,313. 8,732 have died, and we have confirmed 214,894 cases confirmed worldwide. We know in reality that there are many, many, many more cases out there. They're just not confirmed because we don't have the tests to do so, okay? What other question do you have? And then I'm going to say adieu, because I recommend getting good sleep. That's one way to fight off infection. Sleep restores your body, and when you are sleep deprived, you really open yourself up for attack, if you will. Your brain isn't snapping as it should. You make poor decisions when you are tired. And so I recommend definitely, eating healthy. That doesn't change whether we're in COVID-19 or out of COVID-19. I want you to eat healthy. I want you to get the rest that you need. I want you to be careful of what you say as well. So many times we don't realize how much our words create our reality. And this is not about being in denial of anything. It's about having a hope and a declaration that better will come and better is coming. And I will even go crazy and say better is here, because it's way ahead, So I want to encourage you to take care of yourself in the process. Limit your news intake. You become what you behold. If you're eating hot dogs all day, all night long, I doubt that your body will be in agreement with that, right? Your body's not going to like that. The same if you're eating French fries all day. We already know what a French fry body looks like, okay? So the same spiritually and emotionally, if you're listening to anxiety-provoking news all day, that's not good for you in general. So tune it off for a bit. Turn to something that feeds your soul or feeds your spirit. If you are a believer and you believe in Christ, pray. Read your Bible, read something uplifting, spend quality time with your family. Not talking about COVID, because you hopefully have already educated the kids and each other of what you are to be doing and what you are not to be doing, but spend time building relationships. Spend time loving each other, loving one another. You know, I think what this has shown us so much is how little time we actually, how little quality time we actually spend with each other, because we're so busy connected to the media, connected to sports, connected to all the other external things. Some of us need to spend more time with ourselves, right? Because we're constantly giving to each other, giving to other people, and not giving to ourselves. And I want to say a huge thank you to the medical professionals out there, my colleagues, the physicians, doctors out there who are working, putting themselves on the front lines, risking their lives to go to work. So we ask you to stay at home. If you don't need to be out, please stay at home. I give honor and thank you to my doctors, who some of them don't have the PPEs or personal protective equipment that they need to wear to protect themselves. And so I cannot imagine, because honestly, at this stage in my life, I just couldn't do it. I wouldn't, but they are. And thank you, all of you in the ER and the hospitalists who are working in the hospitals, the ICU. Thank you. Thank you to the nurses who are working alongside the doctor. Let me just say something, because this really got to me. And I don't get angry about a whole lot of things. But when any leader throws shade to my colleagues, who I know oftentimes leave their children behind, they leave their loved ones behind, they go without eating, some of them don't even stop to urinate, some of them are sick and still working, they have pain and still working, they are human, they still have diagnoses like any other human being, and they do it without complaining. When a doctor asks for the necessary tools to do their job, that is not complaining, sir. That is simply saying, as a physician, we need to protect ourselves so that we can continue to serve on the front lines. I think it is utterly irresponsible for anyone in leadership to suggest that when doctors are asking for necessary equipment to work, to do their job diligently and with integrity, that somehow they're complaining. Doctors and nurses are asking for the necessary equipment. And I thank God for the doctors and nurses who are working hard, who are sacrificing and giving up of their time and their substance. Thank you to my pharmacists and lab techs, radiology techs, radiologists who are also physicians. If I have forgotten anyone to call out your name in terms of what you're doing, that is not on purpose. It's simply I can't think of the names right now. But thank you. If you are working in the medical profession at any capacity, thank you. Also, we have to remember our children. They are vectors, but they can also be affected. Yes, let the children learn how to garden and learn how to cook. They are home now with, it is a definite blessing in disguise. I thank you all, and I am going to go. If there's anything new, I will post on my page. But be encouraged, speak encouraging words, thank a doctor. If you have equipment that you bought from Amazon and 95 masks that you don't need, please donate it to a hospital. Send it to me. I'll take it and I'll give it to someone who is even at more risk than myself. Okay? God bless you all. Have a wonderful evening. Okay, bye-bye.